Government and the South African Institute of Chartered Accountants will help small, medium and micro enterprises acquire black economic empowerment status. The aim is to reduce the cost of compliance and the cost of doing business. Joining us on that is Senior Executive at SAICA, that's Julius Mojapelo. Thank you so much, Julius, for your time today. Just how significant is that cost of compliance for small businesses?
Thank you, Siki, for having me. And I think it's the cost is significant if you look at it in comparison to the income that is made by the small businesses.
Okay.
In numbers, it could seem small, but it's actually a big amount compared to the cost that they have to run the business.
And I suppose there's also the time spent filling out forms and rushing around, and there's a cost to time.
Exactly.
Right?
It's not actually just a monetary cost.
Yeah.
It's actually also the time that it takes to actually collect these documents that you need to actually have your business formally registered and trading.
Have you identified why there are these barriers to entry and these backlogs? What actually happens?
One of the biggest challenges we have is a knowledge deficit in the market. So a lot of small and medium enterprises are not actually aware of what's available out there for them, and also some of the simplifications that the government has been doing has not reached the small business space.
Okay.
So it's very important that more information is communicated to the small businesses.
What is available for them?
I mean, one of the things that the biggest drive that has happened now is that the business registrations have been streamlined and made easy.
Yeah.
It's actually very easy to register a business at a mall these days. And also, a lot of small businesses don't know, and hence they are still going to consultants and paying money to actually do something they could have done while they were doing shopping.
And also understanding where you fall in terms of BEE, for example, whether you're a qualifying entity or not. Right?
Yeah, that one is very important because BEE is the key criteria when doing business with government. And as we know in South Africa, the government is the big spender currently. And SMMEs, being the key to inclusive economic growth, need to know very well how they can do business with government. And BEE is one of the major criteria when doing business with government.
Okay.
So the revised, the amended BEE codes have actually classified small businesses into two categories that could get their confirmations for BEE for free.
All right.
And one of them is the exempt micro entities, whereas the other one is actually the qualifying small enterprises.
Okay.
The exempt micro entities is those SMMEs that have a revenue of below 10 million.
All right.
And those that have a revenue of below 50 million are qualifying small enterprises.
Okay.
So given their criteria, they actually qualify for the free BEE confirmation.
And that confirmation, is it an annual confirmation? Is that part of the cost of compliance?
Yes, this confirmation is an annual confirmation, but it's merely done in the form of a sworn affidavit. It's actually not a document that you need to get anywhere from a consultant. So as much as we get a sworn affidavit from the police station for any other purpose, you could actually get it to confirm your triple BEE status.
Okay, so what is the initiative then with SAICA?
The initiative is for us, one, to raise awareness about the issue, the fact that it's free to actually get your BEE status level confirmed. So small businesses should not see the need to go and see consultants to be able to get it.
Okay.
And secondly, our members as the South African Institute of Chartered Accountants are actually commissioners of oath.
Yes.
So the public would easily approach any of our members, and they would be able to give them that commissioner of oath for free. So that's the kind of partnership that we're looking at in terms of creating that space and knowledge that SMMEs can actually come to our members and be able to get their BEE affidavit confirmed.
Okay, and what's the role for verification agencies?
The role for verification agencies come in large enterprises that have got revenues of about 50 million, where they are required to comply with the generic scorecards and maybe their industry-specific scorecards. And in that space, they need verification agencies to come through and be able to verify the information that supports the ratings.
Now, with the SAICA initiative, how do they access it then? How do they just walk into any of your offices?
Yeah, a lot of our members exist in many areas. So our advice would be to say, I mean, in the area in which the SMME is operating, they could actually look out for offices of our members and be able to approach them in the space to be able to help them with the sworn affidavits.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
That is Senior Executive at the South African Institute of Chartered Accountants, Julius Mojapelo. Our daily question and answer feature coming up after the break. Stay with us.
This is an experiment I'd like to show you, to see all the different things that money can do. Some respect money for the potential it holds. but for others, respect is bought and sold. Some people mind their goals, reflect, save, while for others, it's the cunning who carry the clout. They'll sink in their teeth and then spit you out. Or do you see the happiness money can bring? The meaning that matters far more than mere things. Money is just paper, you have to admit. It's what you make of it.
The Hollard funeral plan now pays up to 75,000 Rand within 24 hours. It also pays an additional 35,000 Rand per child towards their university fees. And if there's a claim for